project, you are going to need some orange, brown, and green yarn, some fiber fill, a small amount of black yarn, some scissors, a yarn needle, a G-hook, and some 10mm safety eyes. Alright, let's get started making this cute little pumpkin. So to start out, you are going to need a G-hook and some orange yarn, and you can also use a stitch marker to help you keep track of your rounds. So we're going to start with a magic ring, and in this ring we're going to put 6 single crochet. Okay, and we're going to pull our string closed. And for round 2, we are going to increase in each stitch around. So put 2 single crochet in each of the 6 stitches you made in round 1. At the end of round 2, you will have 12 completed stitches. Okay, and that finishes off round 2. I'm going to use my stitch marker now. So for round 3, we're going to start with 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then you're going to increase in the next stitch. So 1 and 2 single crochets in that one stitch, and then single crochet in the next, increase in the one after that, and you will continue that pattern until you get back to your stitch marker. Alright, at the end of round 3, you will have 18 stitches. So to start round 4, we are going to single crochet in the first stitch, increase in the next stitch, and now we are going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So single crochet, and then increase in the third. Okay, then repeat 2 single crochet and increase in the third, and keep repeating that until you get back to your stitch marker. Okay, and for that end of that round, we will have 24 completed stitches. Alright, for round 5, we are going to start with 3 single crochet and then increase. So 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches, and then increase in the 4th, and then you'll just continue that pattern around to the end of the round. Okay, and for the end of round 5, we have 30 completed stitches. And for round 6, we are going to start with 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches, increase, and then after this we're going to do 4 single crochets, and then you'll increase in the 5th stitch. Alright, for the end of round 6, you will have 36 stitches completed, and that is the last of our increase rounds. Okay, for the next 9 rounds, we are just going to single crochet around for each round. So 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, at this point, if you want to pause the video and continue on with your 9 rounds, we will meet back up when those are finished. Okay, you should have your 9 rounds of single crochet completed, and we are now going to put in the safety eyes. So these are 10mm safety eyes, and you just kind of place them in whichever row you think looks best. I try to put them right in the middle with about 3 stitches in between each. Go ahead and stick your backs on each of your eyes. Get them nice and secure. Okay, and that's what that should look like. And now we are going to sew on the smile. So grab your yarn needle and your small piece of black yarn or thread, whichever you prefer to use, and we're going to go ahead and sew that on before we stuff our pumpkin. Alright, cut your tails off from your black thread and the face is complete. So at this point we're going to start our decrease rounds. So we're going to start and do the exact opposite. So we're going to start with 2 single crochet and then you're going to decrease over the next 2. Then we're going to do 4 single crochet and then decrease in the next 2. And you're going to complete that pattern of 4 single crochet decrease around. Okay, at the end of this round you will finish your last 2 single crochet and then you'll have 30 completed stitches. So for the next round we're just going to do 3 single crochet and then decrease and repeat that pattern all the way to the end of the round. At the end of this round you will have 24 completed stitches. For the next round we are going to single crochet in the first stitch, decrease, and then after this we're going to do 2 single crochet and then decrease and repeat that pattern of 2 single crochet and decrease all the way around. Okay, after this round you should have 18 completed stitches. We are now going to grab our fiber fill and we're going to go ahead and stuff our pumpkin. Once you have your pumpkin stuffed, we will go ahead and continue on with our next couple of closing rounds. So we're going to start with a 1 single crochet and then decrease in the next. And then continue that pattern of 1 single crochet and decrease in the next all the way around. Okay, and at the end of this round you should have 12 stitches completed. We're going to top off some fiber fill, make sure it's good and firmly stuffed. You're going to make sure there's no soft spots at the top. Once you have that done, we are going to do our last closing round and we are going to decrease 6 times around. Okay, after that last decrease, slip stitch in the next stitch, and then you're going to cut a very long tail because we're going to use this tail to make the sides of the pumpkin indent. Alright, once you have your tail secure, go ahead and grab your yarn needle. We are going to go ahead and make these side indents for our pumpkin. So I grab a little bit bigger needle for this because you want something a little longer. So you're going to go ahead and start with closing the opening of your pumpkin, and then I will show you how to make your indents. Okay, now we have our hole closed. You're going to go through the very top part of your pumpkin, and then you're going to push your needle all the way to the very bottom part of your pumpkin and come up through that hole in the middle of the bottom. And you're going to pull your yarn all the way through, and you can tighten it a little bit so that the top indents a bit. And then you're going to wrap your yarn back up to the top, and you're going to stick your needle through again the exact same way you did the first time, from the top to bottom. Pull your yarn through and then pull tightly once you get that through, and then that makes your first indent. And you're going to keep going all the way around, and you can do all different size indents. You can try to make them all the same size. You can have kind of a uniform looking pumpkin or kind of something more lumpy pumpkin. You can just kind of have fun with this, but just always go from top to bottom and pull that yarn tight so it makes your indents nice and noticeable. Okay, and this guy's definitely a lot more lumpy. You can move your thread around too if you want to adjust your indents to make it look a little bit better. And then once you have it where you want it, we're going to go ahead and just weave in your tail and cut that off so that part's complete. Okay, and we have the main part of our pumpkin made. So next we're going to make the stem, the curlicue, and a leaf, and you can put all of those on or just some of those. So let's grab our brown yarn. We're going to start with a magic ring, and this time we're going to make 8 half double crochet in our magic ring. That's 8 half double crochet. Alright, once you made your 8, pull your tail and close that. And then we are going to slip stitch in the very first half double crochet that we made. Go ahead and chain 1. And then in the next round we're working in the back loop only. So you're going to single crochet in the back loop only 8 times around. 1 in each stitch. Go ahead and slip stitch to that first one you made, chain 1 again, and you're going to repeat that as many rounds as you want. Just depends on how long you want your stem. I go ahead and cut this middle string off just to get it out of the way. And so you're just going to single crochet in each stitch around, 8 stitches for each round. And like I said, you can make 3 rows, or you can do 4 or 5 rounds depending on how tall you want your stem for your pumpkin to be. You can test your stem on your pumpkin just to see if you've got it as tall as you want it, and I think I'm going to stop here. So when you are finished, go ahead and just cut your tail and finish off your stem, and we'll set that aside. And we'll start on the curlicue next, so you're going to need your green yarn. Okay, so let's grab our green yarn, and here is an example of the little curlicue. We are also going to make a leaf next. So this one has a leaf and a brown curlicue on it, so you can kind of have fun with this and decide what you want to put on your pumpkin. So for our curlicue, we're going to start with our slip knot, and then you're going to chain 11. In your second chain from your hook, you're going to put 3 single crochet in that one stitch. And you're going to do the same thing all the way across your chain. So you're going to put 3 single crochet in every single chain that you've made. Once you get to the end of your chain, go ahead and cut a long tail and finish that off, and we will make our leaf next. Okay, to start the leaf, we're going to start with a slip knot. You are going to chain 6. Okay, in that second chain from the hook, you're going to make a slip stitch. In the next one, you're going to make 1 single crochet. In the next one, you're going to make 1 half double crochet. In the next, you're going to make 1 double crochet. In that last chain, you're going to make 5 double crochet. Okay, after that last double crochet, we're going to be working on the opposite side of the chain. So in that first stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet. In the next, 1 half double crochet. In the next, you're going to do a single crochet. And that very last one, you're going to slip stitch again. And this finishes off our leaf, so you can go ahead and cut your tail, and your leaf is ready to go. Okay, we're going to start sewing this together now. So you're going to want to stuff your stem with a small amount of fiber fill. It doesn't take a lot. So grab that and go ahead and get that stuffed. Okay, go ahead and grab your yarn needle, and we're going to sew it onto the top of the pumpkin. Okay, now we're gonna sew on the curly Q, and on this pumpkin I'm just gonna put the curly Q, but you can also put your leaf on there, or you can just put the leaf on there, whichever one you prefer. Okay, and our pumpkin is complete. If you enjoyed this video, if you could hit like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that, and thank you so much for watching. You can go ahead and make a bunch of these pumpkins and decorate your house with them.